Hi guys. So a little bit of mathematics today as well. Just to give you a hand, this is not going to be a very long video. I can multiply a fraction by an integer. Okay, integers, by the way, if you're wondering what they are whole numbers. Okay, so I'm basically multiplying fractions by a whole number. That's what it's saying. Okay, quick recap. If you want to have a look at this, finding fractions of amount. Basically, we talked about this last time. You think of the multiplication, the times sign, as of. Okay, so for example, we can say that 1/3 times 24 is the same as 1/3 of 24. It's exactly the same, and that's what we're going to be working on or working around today when we look at multiplying fractions by integers. Okay, right. What is 1/3 of 24? Well, actually, you can split it up. So it's three parts. We looked at using a bar model. That would work really well. So each of these must be, well, you can work it out 8 because it's 24 divided by 8. 8, 8, 8. Okay, so if you want to, you can have a go at these just to have a go and remind yourself of how that works. You can use the bar model method, or if you know another method for working that out, as we talked about, there are other methods as well where you don't need the bar model. That is absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to move on. Right, on the next slides, I'm just going to move this out of the way a little bit. There you go. On the next slides are two strategies we can use when multiplying a fraction by a whole number. So here they are. Strategy one, should I say? Goodness me, I can't pronounce things today. Strategy one, draw a diagram to help visualize the fractions. Well, here we go. Right, 3 times 2/3. What would that equal? Well, what I've done here is, as you can see, I've drawn 3 whole bar models. And the reason why I've drawn 3 whole bars is because I've got 3 times 2/3. So I want 3 holes. And then I've split each of those holes, okay, because I'm multiplying by 3, into 3 parts. Because look, down here, you have a third, okay? So that means I'm going to split it into 3 parts. And we did this previously. So 3 bar models, 1, 2, 3, split into 3 parts because that's the denominator. There you are. Now, I now have to shade 2 of each of those 3 parts I've split it into because there's 2/3. So shaded 1, shaded 2, shaded 1. Let me just use another color to sort of differentiate that. So shaded 1, shaded 2, shaded 1, shaded 2/3 of that, shaded 1, shaded 2/3. Right, okay, now I can just add the number of thirds I have. So again, let me just choose a different color. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6. Okay, so that means I've got, let me just write that down, 6. And how many each of these is a third? So I've got 6 thirds. There you go. There is our answer. So 3 times 2/3 is 6/3. Okay, right. Now, if I look at the next one, something very similar. The only difference is I've not used a bar. I've just used a pi to do it, okay? So again, 7/8, but I've got 4 times 7/8. So I'm going to have 4 pies. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've got my 4 pies there. Then I have 8. So I've got to split each of these pies into 8 parts. So there you go. 1, split each of that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to do that for each of my 4 pies. And then once I've done that, I then need to shade 7 of the 8 parts of each of those pies. So I'm just going to leave 1 free, okay, in each case. So you can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, sorry, 7. And then if I just delete this, okay, I've got the same again. Okay, and then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 7 there, 7 there. Okay, and I could do that by doing this. 4, 5, 6, 7. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, then all I need to do is add together how many of these 8s I've got. So I've got 7, 14. I'm not actually going to count them individually this time. 7, 14, 28. Sorry, 21. Apologies. 28. Okay, because that's my 7 times table. 7, 14, 21, 28. So I know I've got 28, and of course, each of these parts is an eighth, so 28 eighths. So I know that 4 times 7 eighths is 28 eighths. Yeah? Okay. Now, one thing I didn't mention is you can, of course, change this to a mixed number if you want, or you can change this to a mixed number, or you can leave it as an improper fraction. It doesn't really matter. So I could leave it 6/3, for example, here, or I could change it to 2, because actually that's what it is. It's 2 wholes, 6/3. Okay. So that's up to you. You don't have to, though. Right, let's just click off here. I'm going to go back to pointer. I'm going to go down. Right. So what I would like you to do is have a go at solving these different calculations using this method. And I'm going to pause the video, and then when you finish, come back to the video. Okay, right. Well done. Here's my second strategy. Second strategy is as follows. So this follows a very similar method. The only difference is, so this is my calculation, 2 3/5 times 3. So this time I'm going to partition, because actually what I've got is I haven't just got a fraction, I've got a mixed number. So this is how we use mixed numbers, or how we multiply mixed numbers. So what I've done is, and you can see down here, first of all, I'm going to multiply the 2 by the 3. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6. So I've done the whole numbers. Now all I need to do is, I need to do a second part, which is going to be the fraction. So I'm going to do 3/5 times 3. Okay, so that's my second part, and that's here, 3/5 times 3. Now, the 3/5 times 3, I can use my, again, if I want to, I can use my bar model method if I want. Okay, like so, and that's how it looks down there, because they're the holes, they've already been done. So I can use the previous method, or maybe you're starting to see that there is a pattern. Notice look here, my denominator stays the same, but my numerator, if I multiply 3 times 3, I get 9. So actually, I can just multiply the numerator by the number to get the actual correct answer. So 3/5 over here times 3 would equal 9/5. And if I did, say, for example, 2/3 times 4, well, all I'd do there is I'd just do 2 times 4, which is 8 8/3. And if I draw that out, I should be able to see that. Okay, so anyway, I've got 9/5. I've got 3/5 times 3, and here we have it. And I've got 9/5, which as a mixed number would be 1 4/5. So then I take these, and I take my whole number. And if you remember, my whole number was 6, because that was 2 times 3. And then my fraction when it was multiplied by 3, which was 1 4/5, and I add them together, I get 7 4/5. Okay, so that's the next method. Now, those are two methods you can use. Can I please ask you, let me just change back to pointer, to have a go at practicing that method with these different calculations. Can you have a go, please, now? All right, and then come back very quickly. In fact, no, after you finish practicing that, you don't even need to come back to the video. What I want you to do instead then is work through the problems here, which we have. Okay? All right, good luck. I hope the maths is relatively straightforward, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.